Some of the saddest people you will ever meet are also the funniest, the kindest, the most comforting, the ones who always say, "I'm fine," even when they're breaking on the inside. They smile the brightest, they laugh the loudest, they lift everyone else, while suffering silently in a place nobody sees. And if you've ever wondered why, psychology has an answer. Today, we're going to break down why sad people smile so much, why emotional pain goes unnoticed, and why some of the strongest people you know are fighting battles you don't see. These insights are deep, some are uncomfortable, but they will change how you view people and how you view yourself. Let's begin. No one. The mask of emotional survival. Psychology has a term called emotional masking. It means hiding your real emotions so the world never sees the pain underneath. Sad people don't smile because they're happy. They smile because the smile is a shield against questions, judgment, ability, emotional exposure, feeling like a burden. For many, sadness isn't just an emotion. It's something they learned to hide early in life. Maybe their parents ignored their feelings. Maybe they were told, "Stop crying. Don't complain. You're too sensitive." Maybe their sadness made someone uncomfortable. So they learned a hard lesson. If I smile, nobody worries. If I smile, nobody leaves. If I smile, nobody asks what's wrong. The smile becomes protection, not expression. It becomes part of them. No to USA culture. Be positive pressure. In the United States especially, there is a strong cultural expectation. Smile. Be positive. Stay strong. Pretend everything is okay. People admire confidence. People avoid negativity. Sadness is often seen as weakness, drama, or emotional instability. So people learn to hide their pain because society rewards the mask more than the truth. Psychologists call this toxic positivity, the pressure to stay cheerful, even when life is falling apart. People suffering silently in the USA often say things like, "I didn't want to bother anyone. Everybody is stressed already. No one cares anyway. I'm supposed to be strong. I don't want to look weak." So they smile, they laugh, they act like everything is fine, not because they're okay, but because they feel they have no choice. No 3. The science of the smiling depression. There is a psychological condition known as smiling depression. It means externally cheerful, internally breaking trend, functioning normally, emotionally drowning. These people go to work, get good grades, help friends, tell jokes, do everything right, while feeling completely empty inside. Why? Because the smile helps them survive the day without falling apart. They use laughter as a way to keep themselves from crying. They use jokes to avoid talking about the pain. They use positivity to cover the loneliness. They appear stable because that's the only way they know how to exist. No 4 sad people smile because they don't want to be a burden. One of the deepest fears of sad people is this: I don't want to be too much for anyone. They worry. What if I tell them and they don't care? What if I tell them and they leave? What if I ruin their mood? What if I look weak? What if they see me differently? So they hide their sadness in order to protect the people they love. Think about that. Their sadness doesn't make them selfish. It makes them more considerate than they should be. They would rather suffer quietly than let someone else feel discomfort. This is not weakness. This is emotional over-responsibility. It comes from childhood wounds, neglect, or emotional trauma. Sad people grow up believing that their feelings are too heavy, so they keep them inside. And that's why they smile, to make everyone else comfortable, even if it destroys them. No 5 humor is their coping mechanism. Many sad people become the funniest people in the room. Why? Because humor creates connection, distraction, relief, emotional distance. Studies show that humor activates the brain's pain regulation system. It temporarily reduces emotional intensity. So sad people often become the entertainer, the clown, the peacemaker, the friend who lifts everyone, the one everyone goes to, the one who makes others laugh. Why? Because helping others feel better is easier than helping themselves. Their jokes are not a reflection of happiness. They are a reflection of how deeply they understand pain. They know what sadness feels like, so they try to protect others from feeling it. No, 6. They're afraid of being judged or misunderstood. Sad people often carry thoughts like, what if they think I'm dramatic? What if they don't take me seriously? What if they judge me? What if they gossip? What if they distance themselves? So instead of risking vulnerability, they hide behind humor, silence, and politeness. It's not that they don't want help. It's that they don't trust anyone enough to show their deepest wounds. A smile becomes a barrier that says, don't ask. Don't look deeper. I'll handle it myself. But inside, they're hoping someone notices anyway. No, 7. Some sad people smile because it's the only joy they have left. When the world feels heavy, when life has been hard for too long, when emotional pain becomes a habit, a smile becomes a small moment of escape, a moment of normalcy, a moment of pretending life can still feel light, a moment of acting like everything isn't collapsing. Sometimes, the smile isn't a lie. It's a form of hope, a whisper to themselves. Maybe things will get better. Maybe I can still find joy. Maybe I can survive this. It's not happiness. It's a survival technique. No 8 people with big hearts hide big pain. Here's a strange truth. The kindest people often have the saddest hearts. Why? Because they understand suffering deeply. Because they've been hurt before. Because they know what it feels like to be broken. Because they carry wounds nobody sees. Because they were forced to grow up emotionally too early. So they comfort others, support everyone, help heal people, listen deeply, love intensely, but rarely ask for help themselves. They don't want others to feel what they felt. Their sadness makes them more humane, but also more fragile. No. 9. Sad people smile to stay in control. When life feels uncontrollable, when emotions feel overwhelming, when chaos surrounds them, a smile becomes a way to regain stability. People think crying means losing control. People think sadness means losing strength. So sad people fake stability through calmness, politeness, quiet smiles, humor, avoiding deep conversations. It's their attempt to anchor themselves in a world that feels unsafe. No 10 they smile, because nobody ever asked how they really feel. Many sad people have this story. Nobody checked on them as children. Nobody validated their feelings. Nobody noticed their hurt. Nobody created emotional safety. So they learned to hide everything. It's not that they can't express emotions. It's that nobody ever taught them how. So their sadness becomes invisible. It's suppressed, private, internal, silenced, and their smile becomes their personality, their protection, their emotional armor. Deep down, they wish someone would say, I see through your smile. Talk to me. I'm here. But until someone does, they keep pretending. No 11. The psychological cost of smiling through pain. Smiling while sad can cause emotional exhaustion, burnout, numbness, loneliness, identity, confusion, depression, suppressed trauma, feeling misunderstood, relationship disconnection. When you hide sadness for too long, you start to forget how to express it. You become a character instead of a person. You feel unseen even when surrounded by people. Silent sadness is one of the most painful forms of human suffering. No 12. The saddest part. Nobody notices. The people who smile through pain rarely get checked on because they look fine. They don't complain. They seem happy. They seem strong. They always help others. These people become the therapist friend, the strong one, the problem fixer, the emotional support, the dependable one. But nobody sees how tired they are. Nobody asks if they're doing okay. Nobody expects them to break. But they break, just silently. No 13 if this video feels personal. You're not alone. Your smile has been your shield. Your laughter has been your escape. Your strength has been your survival. But underneath that mask, you're tired. You're hurting. You're carrying too much. And you deserve to be seen. You deserve to be heard. You deserve to feel supported. You deserve to drop the mask. You deserve to stop pretending. Your sadness does not make you weak. It makes you human. It makes you deep. It makes you real. No 14, the psychological truth you need to hear. Here's the truth sad people struggle to believe. You don't have to earn love by hiding your pain. You don't have to smile to be worthy of support. You don't have to pretend to be strong. Your real self, the one beneath the mask, is enough. You don't need a perfect face. You don't need a fake smile. You don't need to hide your pain. You deserve relationships where your sadness isn't a burden. It's understood. You deserve people who don't just love the mask, but love the person behind it. You deserve someone who says, "You don't have to be okay. Not with me." The emotional closing message. If you're watching this, hear me clearly. Your sadness is not weakness. Your smile is not deception. Your quiet suffering is not invisibility. Your emotional strength is not denial. You are doing the best you can with the pain you carry, and that alone makes you extraordinary. But you don't have to fight alone. You don't have to smile through sadness forever. You don't have to hide who you really are. One day, you will find people who see your sadness and still choose you.